I've decided that if everyone and their mother have an opinion about the TikTok ban, I have one too, even though I don't really know anything about TikTok. But I think that what I'm going to say is important. So I think that TikTok should be around. TikTok has helped me so much with my mental health. It's been like a great resource. But TikTok is not the problem. There is a real problem, and it's not TikTok, it's algorithms and how they have been influencing our minds, and how the binary of algorithms is basically ruining our lives as peoples. And this is something that I have a profound understanding about because I belong to several endangered species. To begin with, I'm a non binary trans person, which puts me in one category of the algorithm. I'm also an Israeli leftist, which is also an endangered species, and there are not a lot of us. And I'm also a Zionist. So that's like a lot of subcategories that contradict each other according to the algorithms. And the algorithm is not capable of understanding the complexity that people like me exist, that I can be 100% trans affirming and a progressive and a woke person. I can also be a leftist. I can also be a Zionist Israeli, and that I could exist as all of those things, and that this would not contradict each other. The algorithm cannot fathom such a complex characteristics of a person. So the algorithm basically, if I watch trans content, then the next thing I know, the algorithm is showing me like pro-Palestine videos, which I don't like watching. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depends on the content. But whenever I watch like videos affirming Israel, then I am targeted with anti-trans videos. I would also not want to watch any video affirming Israel because I don't necessarily agree with every single thing the Israeli government does. I'm a loud critic of the Israeli government. I've been marching on the streets. I've been talking in protests. I don't agree with the current leadership of the Israeli society. So obviously, I don't appreciate a lot of the videos that are pro-Israel, especially when they are very Christian and are very biblical focused, which has nothing to do with Israel. Like, come on, stop showing me people evangelizing. I'm an atheist. So the algorithm does not understand the complexity of human beings. And it's basically getting very, very confused. Like, the more time passes, algorithms are getting more and more confused, and they're never showing me any content that is relevant to me. And this is something that I also encountered with one of my closest friends. He was going down a rabbit hole of becoming more and more right-winged, libertarian, but in a right-winged way. And it was a very dangerous, slippery slope. And the algorithm was just showing him more and more radicalizing videos, trying to turn him into a right-wing bigot. And then one day he encountered like a very anti-trans video, and he said to me that he couldn't listen to that video because he knows me, and he knows that the things that the video was saying is not true. So it kind of like went searching for videos that are affirming why trans people are not crazy, why we have the right to exist, why we deserve equal rights. And that kind of like pushed him to the left, and suddenly like the videos that he was encountering were more and more about human rights, about everyone's right to exist, about social justice, etc., etc. And he basically today is a progressive leftist. So I think about how algorithms can be really, really dangerous, and they hook on one thing that you believe. Like, if you believe that trans people are have the right to exist, the algorithm would assume the rest of your worldview for you. And unless you have some kind of hook in reality that contradicts the algorithm's decision for you, you would go down a route where the algorithm would decide for you what kind of person you're going to be. And this is scary because I don't think computers and algorithms should decide for human beings what kind of life they should live, what they should believe in, what they shouldn't believe in. And if I wasn't a left-wing peace activist, I would have been radicalized by the algorithm towards somewhere that I don't belong to. And it's scary. And I think that we should be aware where algorithms take us and how they are binary. They don't understand complexity. They don't understand the gray area. They don't understand the complexity of the human condition, of the human existence. And they just understand yes or no. Algorithms understand yes or no. They don't understand maybe, context. Algorithms don't understand that. So they would throw you down a path that years later you would be looking back and thinking to yourself, how did I end up here? How did I end up here? I was so wrong about X. I was so wrong about Z. And this would happen just because you've been on your social media and you have been shown videos that an algorithm chose for you. You are not choosing your political views. The algorithm is choosing it for you. And it's something that I've been seeing with some of my friends that suddenly one day became like extremely right-winged or extremely left-wing. And I could see from the side that they were suddenly following a path that they didn't belong to just because they were radicalized by the algorithm. And it's for all political sides. And as someone who exists in this very complex cross points of political ideas, I'm here to tell you that I see with my own eyes how algorithms are not compatible with human complexity. And we should be really aware of that. And I'm not sure if I have a solution, but it's just something that I've noticed and I think people should notice. And we should take some kind of precautions to protect ourselves from this. Okay. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. Bye.